today I am doing this video during the crisis, the pandemic worldwide. As you know, that's the reason why I'm wearing this face mask, because here in San Bernardino County it's mandatory and you have to wear it. So I have to wear it for work, but I have to work, and that means then I have to make more videos. That's the reason why I'm making this video. So if you see this video in the future, that means then I went through this and I still help everybody to continue hauling important loads. Today I'm gonna talk a very important topic, and that is tools, because the majority of you don't know what type of tools to use to work on trucks, or don't know what brand to use. I guess it's going to be important for all of you, especially if you are beginning your journey as a mechanic, or you just want to learn basic stuff about repairs. So for any reason you want to contact me, you can use Instagram. Go to Instagram and look for FranciscoAmaya YouTube, and there you can find me. Make sure to follow me, and then you can ask me anything. You can ask me to review a tool, a specific tool, or review a product, or check your truck. Who knows what can happen in this series of videos. The freeze tool then is very important in repair shops, any type of repair shops, and that is a cherry picker. This is a cherry picker, or crane, engine crane, or many other names you can call it. It can help to lift heavy loads that you cannot have in your hands, or you cannot hold it for a long period of time. That's the reason why you have a crane like this. I bought this crane probably 8 years ago. That's when I bought it, and up to date still use it. I paid $200 and it's pretty useful. I especially bought it for 2 tons as maximum. I'm gonna tell you then this brand is called Pittsburgh. If you come closer over here, you can see the brand over here. This is the brand over here, and as I said before, I paid $200. It's a very cheap crane, nothing special about it. If you want to know what I have done to this with this crane, I have been removing engines. I don't know if you saw an engine where a video where I replaced the crankshaft on an engine, on a DD15 engine. So on that video, I used this little crane to remove the complete engine out of the truck. And I don't have a forklift. I don't have anything like a hoist or something to lift the entire engine. I use this little boy over here, and this is the one that actually helps to do that heavy load, which means that this brand is super good, because that engine block itself is very heavy. I use very basic tools. I don't use the most expensive tools, or the ones that are the high class ones. I don't mind the type of tools you have to use, as long as they use they do the work. That's what I want. For example, this is what I use to work every day. These are Craftsman tools. They're pretty affordable. They're not the best like Snap-on or Mac or Matco or other brands. Craftsman is we can say a medium brand, but it does the work very well. The tools are very important, but it's more important the experience you have to use the tools. That's more important. There are some tools that I will recommend you to buy from high brands, but there are some other tools that I won't recommend you to buy from high brands. For example, this swivel is pretty good. I've been owning this for over 9-10 years, and I still use it every day. And see, still in a decent shape. It is not cracked, it is not broken. So this is a pretty good deal when you buy it, because it lasts long. But I have this other brand, and it's called GP, which is a generic brand, but it has lasted long too. For example, see, I have these other swivels. I use it and it's still working well. See, this one too, 916, is a very useful on trucks and it's still working fine. In metrics, I have the Snap-on, but that's what I do, It's very important that you use the tools, but it's very important that you use it the right way. But if you wonder what's the difference of the high brands versus the cheap brands. There is a big difference, we can say, and the difference is how precise it is. For example, I have a 718 snap-on Grange over here, and I have a 718 no branded Grange over here. It's a generic brand. Both of them are useful for me. I use both of them the same way. But the difference is then this 718 versus this one fits precisely. Don't matter what type of bowl, as long as it's 718, it's just gonna go in the head of the bowl with no problems. With this one, sometimes, not all the time, you're gonna have hard times inserting this in the head of the bowl because it can be just a tiny bit smaller, and that can be a problem, especially when you are in a really tight space. Then you just wanna like put it like in the right position. This one is meant to be like lifetime warranty, and this one doesn't have even warranty. This one is, it breaks, you throw it away. But I've been owning this tool, this one, the same time as this one, and I use this one as the same way I use this one, and both of them are still in a decent shape. See, no cracks, nothing. In the same way, I have other tools like Craftsman here. We have this Craftsman tool, for example, and I have no Snap-on, but I have another generic brand. It's not branded one. See the difference? This one is shorter in size. You can see the difference. It's a little shorter, and they both work. They both well. The only reason why the Craftsman, in this case the Craftsman, I don't like it that much is because this over here, these edges, when you are doing some kind of strange, it hurt your hand. It is not very good. That's right, this flat surface over here, this polished surface is better than this one. See, this is a Snap-on 3/4 Grange, and this is a Craftsman. See how the difference is? This one is way larger than this one. The only thing I don't like about Snap-on Granges like this is that when you are doing a strange, for example, you have a ball over here, then you want to take loose like this, and it is tight. You cannot use an impact gun, so you have the ball over here, and you put the other Grange over here to have extra strength. I don't like then this one bends. I don't know if you know that, but this one bends a little, and when it bends, it takes some of your force, the power. Then you put it on, it takes it away, because that little, like when it stretches like that, it takes that force away. These three Granges, Ace Grange, a Husky Grange, and this Gear Grange, this is a ratchet Grange. These are very useful. I use these Granges almost every single day, these two Granges, and I've been on it like for 10 years. This one is the one that I use the most, and see the condition of this one. And this one is an Ace brand. It's not even a Snap-on or a Craftsman. It's a generic brand, and the condition is okay. It is acceptable. It is not broken. It is not cracked. It is not bent. And see, it is a pretty decent shape. The Husky one, the same way. See, it's in a pretty decent shape. No bends, no cracks. Everything works. The Gear Grange, you can see it is cracked over here. You can see that crack over there. And even though then this one, it is cracked from here, it still works. I still pull bolts out of any place with this Gear Grange because it's easy to do, because it has the ratchet, even with this crack over here. So these are three different brands, and they are not a Snap-on, Mac, or something, and they work. This one probably gonna cost around like 10 bucks, 15 bucks at Home Depot. This one probably is gonna cost around like 10 bucks too, in a Ace, in a Harbor Freight or something. And this one is gonna cost you probably like 20 bucks because it's a ratchet. Versus the high brands, you're gonna pay like 40, 50 bucks for one of these. So it's a deal. and it does the work very well. When you talk about screwdrivers, pry bars, I have this example here. See this pry bar? A company called Great Neck. That's what I believe. This is a tool that I bought from AutoZone long time ago, way before I started working on trucks. And I use it for trucks. See how many dents it has. It had dents over here. It have like many marks all over. See? Because I use this one for heavy work, and it doesn't break, it doesn't do anything bad to me because it is a very loyal tool. And I pay probably like 20 bucks, 30 bucks for this one. See this one? This is a snap-on. This is a super heavy duty one. See how big it is? This is for heavy duty work. When it comes to heavy duty tools like this one, you have to get the best tools, because this one gotta do a heavy work. Because when you are doing this, a pray like this, super hard pray, you're putting around 100, 200 pounds of torque over here of pressure. So if this snaps, if this breaks, it's just gonna go up to you. And then it's gonna be a serious problem because you won't be able to work for a long period of time or never. So that's something you have to keep in mind. That's why I say it is not about the tool, it is about the experience you have the tool and for what you're gonna use the tool. So that's how you're gonna decide what type of tool you wanna buy. They buy tools like this one, I just gonna go for Craftsman and other brands, Husky and stuff like that. But heavy duty tools like this one, I just gonna go with high brands because I know these ones are very loyal for that. These are my jacks. There are no new brands, new heavy brands or something like that. They're just like basic jacks because these ones do the work. This one over here is a 20 ton. This one over here is a 5 ton. This one is a 2 ton. This one is a 2 ton. That one is a 2 ton. That one is a 20 ton as well. And that one over there is a 20 ton as well. To work on trucks, you need variety of jacks. You don't need just one type of jacks. You need sizes and you need power. 20 tons is enough to work on a truck, but you don't need 20 tons to lift the cab, we can say. You just need like 2 tons for that. But to lift the entire truck, you need 20 tons, something like this. And that's the way you go. Talk about this impact gun. This is for trucks, for removing the nuts and something like that. I don't trust the snap-on. I don't trust anything else besides Ingalls round. Ingalls round is the best on impact guns. I'm telling you by experience, and compressors too. Because I have this Ingalls round impact gun over here. I own it like for like 10 years too. And see how messed up it is. And I still use it. This other Ingalls round impact gun, I bought it like 1 year ago because I have another one like this one and it broke. But that one I had it like for 4 years. And you know how much work you put on these ones. So they're pretty good compared to how much money you pay, because this one costs around like 120 bucks. So they're pretty good. This one is an AC machine. It costs around 4,000 bucks depending where you buy it. But it's pretty useful. Rubin Air, that's the best brand you can buy. I don't trust Snap-on. I don't trust other brands better than this one because I bought this one in 2013. We are in 2020 and it still works fine. If you want to talk about special tools, I have more tools over here. For example, I have more sockets over here. Impact sockets like these ones, because you're gonna use the 1/2-inch drive on these ones. You can use heavy duty brands like Snap-on, Matco, stuff like that, because these ones you have to trust something pretty good. And I have more over here than RGP. These are other impact guns. I don't use this one that much because I use the others I have over there. These are almost brand new. See these ones too, because you buy tools and sometimes you don't use them. That's the way you see. These ones are barely used. Some of them are used, but the other ones like this one, I never used it. This is 18 millimeter. This one is new, completely new, never use it, see? So, and that's the way it is. There are some tools that you don't use, then you buy them just because you thought, then you're gonna need them. And I have these swivels over here as well. These are 1/2-inch dry snap-on swivels, but these are pretty good for engine mounts, springs, and stuff like that. Then you wanna work. In this case, 1/16 and the 3/16 and the 1/18. These ones are the most useful ones. These three. These are the ones that if you work on a truck, these are the ones you wanna use the most, because they have really a hard task on the trucks, because there are many bolts on this size. Also, when you talk about like special tools, like tools to remove pistons, tools to remove cylinder liners, I have a stack over here. See all the tools over here? I have tools here and there. The cat is not a tool, okay, if you wonder. And these tools cost money. And how much money is there? Probably that's like $5,000 there, all combined with tools. That's a lot of money. So that's for you, if you think then mechanics don't spend that much money, they spend a lot of money on tools. Just keep that in mind, because that's very important. Also, you have to have different tools. In this case, these ones over here, these are for pressure testing. These are snap-on, which are pretty good. This is for like whenever you do pressure tests for the coolant system, or you want to find leaks, cylinder line is broken and stuff like that. And more sockets over here. A laptop that I barely use. And I have pray bars over here, different size pray bars. See, these are pretty useful, because sometimes you don't need a long extension pray bar, but you need something strong. And this one can be useful. So that's the type of tools you have to have in a repair shop, especially heavy duty repair shop. More granges, special granges in this case, because sometimes you need granges on this side, like you see this grange is different. You have this grange, then it's different. You have this other grange in different shapes, and so on. So we have some hammers. See this? It's a weird hammer. How you use this hammer? It's a hammer you put like this, and then you use another hammer to hammer it, like this. This is a special hammer, especially when you are using something then you don't want to damage, because this is a rubber hammer. So it's going to bring something down, but it's not going to put a string force directly, because you're using another hammer over here instead hitting directly to the piece that you're trying to remove, if that piece is pretty delicate. And we have over here, these are more sockets. In this case, these sockets are 3/4 dry sockets, but these ones are not snap-on. These are generic brands. Impact guns, these big impact guns. See, this is not even a snap-on or Ingersoll round. It will be enough if you buy any other brand. This is a Chicago pneumatics, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is. Chicago pneumatics, something like that. Here I have tools for the seals. These are for the seals and everything. I have big wrenches over here. These are wrenches that you're gonna use for different applications, but you're gonna need them. These are huge wrenches compared to the other ones. And over here I have different generic stuff. See, bits, drill bits, Allen stuff, and keys from trucks that I never returned. This is one of the most important things. This is the computer, laptop. In this case, this computer is a heavy-duty computer. It's a military type computer, because I can drop it from anywhere and it won't break. That's very important. This is the one that makes the money the most, because it's the one that I use to check emissions problems, engine problems, and stuff like that. And that's very important. And if you want to know what type of tool you want to use, software you want to use, I don't trust any other softwares besides the original softwares. You can use the, we can say the JPro, yeah, JPro, but if you want to use check a truck, you better use the Detroit software, the DDL, the Cummins software, or you can use the Packard software, the MaxForce software, because those are the ones that are going to work the best, because the other generic softwares, they're going to give you information, but not as the ones that are made for the specific brand. So I just suggest you to buy the specific software for the specific engine that you're going to work, because that is going to be precise, the information that you're going to be looking for. And that is going to make the most money out of the job that you're doing, because you won't be asking here, asking there on what you want to do. Because all the tools are very important, but it is more important when you know what you want to use with them, what's the use you're going to give them, because all the tools have a purpose. When you work on a truck, on a car, it is not a tool, the one that is put in the name. I mean, for example, right, I have this tool over here. It's a weird looking tool. And the tool, if I do the job, the tool doesn't put the name there. Like, see, like Leslie, I don't know what's the brand of this one. So when I do the work, it doesn't say Leslie did, because the tool, no. It says I did, my name, FranciscoAmaya, he did, because the tool has nothing to do on what you do. So that's very important. So you have to keep in mind that. So it doesn't matter what type of tool you use. If you use a crappy ass tool, or you use the highest, most beautiful tool in the world, it doesn't matter. As long as you do the work well, that's what it matters. But this is all, because otherwise this video is going to take forever. So this is all I have to share with you. You have any questions about the tools, you can contact below. Contact me below, or in the comment section below. That's where you can ask me anything about it. Or if you want to share your experience with tools, you can do it as well, because everybody is looking for a specific way to save and make the most amount of money when you're doing a job. If for any reason you want to send any type of support to my channel, you can do it. You can check the description of the video, where I have details how to send this money to my way. Any type of support, donations, and anything. So that way I can make more helpful videos for everybody. You can see all this. This is a lot of money invested. And it is possible when everybody helps each other. Thanks to you, if you already send me donation, I keep buying more stuff to make more videos. Then you all need to learn more. And probably next time gonna be better and better videos. Who knows, right? So it's very important that you subscribe to the channel and share it as well, because there is other people that wants to learn more stuff and informative stuff. Then we all want to learn about these machines that are working every day. Like the video, that way I feel confident on what I'm doing. And thank you for watching.